Hello and welcome guys. In this tutorial I'm going to explain in details to you how to make a blog post thumbnail that really converts. To make a blog post thumbnail, you have to make sure you mark some checklists. Is the thumbnail presentable? Is it saying or is it connecting to your audience? You have to make sure everything is well okay and your audience actually understand. If you notice very well, all thumbnails do come first before the content, so that's why we have to optimize our thumbnail. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I do all my thumbnail with Canva. We have 3 styles to do our thumbnail. Now the initial one is creating from scratch. You are going to create the thumbnail from scratch using Canva to create everything. We can be like a blog banner, so they have their direct size, which is 2240 by 1000 plus. They are going to provide you tons of templates you can actually work with when you click on the blog banner. With these, it's going to make your work easier directly like that. You can actually select a blank template or a pre-made template and put in your topics or anything you actually want to do. That's very important. If you put that in mind, you actually understand and get what I'm trying to teach you here. So now, if our title, based on our previous article, our title is product comparison. I make a video tutorial on how to make a perfect blog post. I'll link it in the description below. So if you haven't watched that video, you need to watch it so you can understand how to make a blog post like that. Now, to make a thumbnail that actually converts for something like that, if you are using a template, you have to make sure the template is easy to manipulate for something like that. Let's use a blank template for this. So in the blank template, everything is just going to be white, nothing. Understand? So let's go back to our website and confirm the title of the product that we are writing the review for. So this is going to help us to actually understand how we want to make sure the post is. So let's go under the post. It's still under draft. It's not published yet because the first tutorial was just sent out to Yahoo. So let's see how it's going to look like. If you see here, the title states that Onkyo TX 676, Onkyo TX NR 777. So that's a product comparison review. So we need something like that. How are we going to do it? It's not that hard to do, guys. We have to get the 2 product image. How are we going to do that? So we can actually go under our photos, then we upload. Okay, so now I select the picture of the product, then I upload it. So you guys have to understand that it's not that hard to do. So we can make sure it's like this, understand? Then we can do something like an element. Okay, loading up. Okay, so let's try this. If you don't understand what I'm doing, just try to follow along, or I have a complete tutorial of how to use Canva. You can actually take that too. So now, as you can see, this is kind of looking one kind, and our user is going to be like, what's going on here? So just bear with me, guys. Then we can do like this, then make it something simple like this. Yeah, okay, I'm trying to make it something dope. This is just me using shapes, and we can lower this opacity a bit. Okay, then we can make this one color on the picture we upload. So let's look for other color on the pictures we upload. Okay, no, that's too obvious. No, let's use these since our website color has something like that. Okay, is it making any sense? Not really. Let's see. Let's add our text. So we make it, let's say, Onkyo TX review. Let's do it that way. Then let's look for a very nice a very nice font we can use for it. Then make it bolder. Let's use something 144. Okay. So if you notice very well, I did not mention which OQ it is. So now that's where your title comes in. Understand? So this is just going to be the thumbnail. So OnQTX review. This is just going to be OnQTX. I didn't specify that any of the OnQ. So now we can just download it. This is just an example. So I'm trying to show you how to use this software called Canva to create your thumbnail. So the other option that you can work with is let me just show you how that works, which is this. So I make a post on 10 best Instagram podcasts, but immediately I do that, I went to Google, I searched, and let me show you the results of what I see. I searched for the same thing or similar things. Let me show you. Let me import it here. Let me import the picture here so that you can see. You can see. You remember we've downloaded this, so don't worry about that, guys. So let me quickly show you. So now this is what I download from Google. I have to download this. Then immediately I download this. Okay, it's going to work for what I need. Then I insert an element, and the work of the element is okay. Let me delete some other things that I added in the first design, and the work of it is to actually overwrite, which is this, like this. Then I'll select the image. I'll select this, then I'll change the color to what is going to automatically generate from me. Boom. Now we have a blank thing to work on with a picture I download from search engine. The same thing is what I did for this. So I can just import my own picture, my own text here. Then it's going to stay there, and it's going to be what is going to be there. So that's how I come up with this, and very perfect. So I just upload my transparent picture, and I lower the opacity here. You understand? So it's kind of easy like that, and I had a little effects to it. So that's very simple. And the same thing is what I did for this and this. This is the third way of making thumbnail. If you notice this thumbnail, okay, before you talk about this thumbnail, let me explain how I come up with this. I downloaded the picture. Let me show you the picture. Let me quickly delete this so I can show you. Okay, delete, and I can quickly show you how I come up with this. Then this is this. Then I make sure using the shift button and alt, making sure it's set. I think we're cool now. Okay, cool. Now this is it, and this is not what I'm targeting. So I use the element, the same process. Use the element, come scroll it down a bit, then stretch it, set it there, cover it up, make sure it doesn't cover this circle. Okay, so then I change the color, then I select the image color, photos color, then boom, it's disappeared. Then I can put what I want there. I can even do the same thing for this and put what I want, and I'm using their image automatically like that. So you understand, that's how I come up with this, and I'm using it for one of my blog posts. So but this is different. This, if you notice, this has a complete sense of thumbnail. All these ones are just the title and like a clickbait, and this one just the title. So the first one is just the title, this one is just the title, then just a clickbait, a thing to make your audience think before they start reading. Which one should you choose? But this last one entails a little description about what they are going to read. So if your website is going to show the complete thumbnail from scratch, you can work with this. So now the title is DM Me for Price. So now we add a little word that said the mistakes every seller is making on Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, and how to avoid it and make plenty sales. So which means what you're about to read is going to show you the mistakes and how you can also avoid it, and how you can also increase your sales. You understand? So now if our audience is coming to your website, they saw this immediately. Okay, this is what I'm getting inside this post. That's just a little intro, which is going to make them stick more. But if your own website, based on how they design it, will not allow the audience to see the picture in full, don't try this method, or else they'll be wondering what's inside it, because some part might have cut off. So just be careful. So these are just the 3 ways of making thumbnail that convert very well. But still subscribe. You can mention 1 or 2 things you want me to fix in the way I teach or in my accent. Just welcome. Let's have a conversation. Let me understand what you are going through, guys. So thank you for watching the video.